What up, Dynasty players in the house? It's the Dynasty front office, and we're building championships one trade at a time. I'm your host, Jesse Schneeman. I'm here tonight with a couple co-hosts. How you doing tonight, the auspicious Austin Bell?
I'm lovely, man. How are you?
I'm great. We even warmed up with some tongue twisters before this, and I got them perfect.
I was about to say you were killing them.
I was killing them, and then I messed up a little alliteration. Oh, I'm doing. And my main man, Chad Mendoza. How you doing tonight, Chad?
I'm great, man. I'm excited for the game we have coming up. Heard we're going to talk a little bit of wide receivers or something like that. Sorry to spoil it, but yeah, I'm super excited, man.
Yeah, man. So no spoilers. I mean, we're getting pretty much rolled right into our top 7 Dynasty wide receivers. And then we're going to play a little Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but it's Who Wants to Be a Dynasty Champion.
Me.
Tight end and running back edition tonight. All right, guys.
Hey, before you do that, where can they find us?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you very much. The Dynasty Warzone Network. We are the Dynasty front office. Find us on the Dynasty Warzone Network on YouTube and wherever you find your podcast. Please like and subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind, just give us a review. We always like the 5-star kind. Thanks, Austin.
Right. Yes, sir. Doing my due diligence.
All right. Why don't you lead us off with your number 1 Dynasty wide receiver?
Okay. To start off is going to be nice and easy, Mr. Justin Jefferson. If he's doing it with Sam Darnold, I feel like he can pretty much do it with anybody.
Wow.
He's just so good. And I say that as a hating Panthers fan, so like that kind of comes off with a little bit of bias. But it's JJ, and honestly, I think he's in a tier by himself.
I do not. It was actually he's my number 1, but I don't think he's in a tier by himself. I think the top 3 are a tier, personally. Okay. But yeah, I have J. Jeff. How about you, Chad?
Yeah, Justin Jefferson. Not much more to say to that.
But I wouldn't put Darnold down. What he's doing is matching his skill set, like strong arm quarterback. Desire to throw it up there. He'll wing it. He doesn't mind. Right? It fits Jefferson's skill set. You want somebody that's just going to throw it up to him, whether he's covered or not.
Yeah, that's true. He isn't scared. He's always had the arm talent.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't the problem with Darnold. It was just out of nowhere interceptions and seeing ghosts, and a little bit of that came back.
The Jets. His problem was the Jets.
Well, all right. Well, what about and the Panthers?
But I mean, he would have never had the Panthers problem if he didn't have the Jets problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was actually decent for the Panthers. It's just the team was so bad. Like, he's the last one to actually win games here.
Yeah, he's better than Bryce.
Yeah.
Oof.
Look, man, I don't need this tonight.
Cam Newton was good.
He was. There we go. Oh, here. Speaking of, he got on First Take. He starts tomorrow as a regular co-host.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that was pretty surprising.
Don't think I've ever watched that show once. I can't watch the talking heads yelling at each other. Anyway, let's yell at each other a little bit. Who's your number 2, Austin?
It is CeeDee Lamb.
Oh. Okay.
Sure is. Just too good of a player. I've always been biased towards him and does nothing but produce.
Chad, who's your number 2?
League neighbors.
Here we go.
I like it.
All right. Well, I have the right answer. I have Jamar Chase, which is the correct answer. And it was
the last 2 weeks. Is that why?
It's because of the last 2 seasons.
Oh, where he's inconsistent and has random wide receiver 1 weeks, and then is wide receiver 3 and 4.
Last year without Burrow? Come on.
And the year before that. Check it. Check his stats. That's what he is.
He's
a boom or bust wide receiver 1.
Yeah, he's too inconsistent for me to put there. I have my next guy really close to number 2. It's actually I'm just kind of said Malik Neighbors because I knew it'd be a little bit more fun. But yeah, I Chase is just a little bit too inconsistent for me. Putting that in that 2 spot.
I mean, all right, Would you say the same thing about Tyreek Hill?
No,
He's not too inconsistent for you?
no. When he
Yeah.
has two, he's almost automatic.
Yeah, not with the quarterback.
Okay. Who's your number 3, Chad?
CeeDee Lamb.
Okay. Me too. I have CeeDee Lamb 3. Do you at least have Chase 3rd, Austin?
I do not. I have Malik Neighbors 3rd.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm glad I switched these last two because we would have the same list, Austin.
We typically get pretty close in list.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Right. I'm about to quote Humpty from the Humpty Dance.
What?
I don't even know what that
It is
means.
69. You guys, y'all's Humpty noses will tickle your rears.
What?
With your list.
That had to have been in black and white.
It was.
I
My
knew
name
it.
is my name's Humpty. You've never heard of the Humpty Dance.
I've heard of Humpty Dumpty.
Okay.
He fell off a wall.
Oh my god.
You know, all the king's soldiers and men, they were trying
Something like that.
to
Yeah.
put them together. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
number 4 for me is Tyreek Hill. Who do you have number 4, Austin?
I'm in Ross St. Brown.
Okay. Interesting. Not on my list, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Chad?
Number 4?
Yeah.
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Okay, finally. He makes an appearance. That's not bad. And like I said, I have the top 3 as a tier. Chase, Jefferson, and Lamb are a tier for me. They're all elite, number 1, capable of top 5 dynasty seasons, like expected to have top 5 fantasy seasons every year. To have someone like Neighbors, a rookie, in a position like that, it's just too much for me. I can't do it. I'm not gonna be mad at you guys for doing it because
I mean, Jefferson was there, Chase was there.
Yeah, I hear you. Right. So like in 2 years, I could look back on this conversation and say I was an idiot, and he could be the number 1 overall. He's got the talent to be the number 1 overall dynasty receiver. In my book, he has to earn it more than 4 games.
It's fair. Chad, Nathan has a question for you, or really more of a statement for you in the chat. He said he wants the explanation of why Neighbors over Chase and Lamb. Sure, part of it's because of the Giants, but do you have any real thought process
not really. I mean, I have him dead even with Lamb, really. I mean, if you gun in my head, I'd probably rather have Lamb just because of the prior production at this point. Yeah. I just thought it would be fun to mix it up because I figured, Austin, you were going to go with Lamb. So,
yeah.
But fair. Yeah, for me, it's like they're dead even. It's just a coin toss. And then Chase, it's just the inconsistency for me.
Yep. That's exactly why.
And the bit of injury history there as well. It's I don't know. I mean, I just defer to the younger prospect that I feel like is, at least in my opinion, showing that he's just as talented as anybody else in the league right now. So
injury history with Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but Jefferson is consistently producing like week in and week out. I mean, I think for me, he's undeniably just ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, with Chase, he definitely goes down with his quarterback. He goes up and down with his quarterback for sure.
Yeah, that's what I like about Neighbors is I think he has proven that he's going to earn the target share with Daniel Jones. I mean, if you can do it with him, then don't let him get a real quarterback. And that's not a knock with Daniel Jones. He's looked better this year, but let him get somebody who will just sling him the rock and they're accurate targets. I mean, you could be looking at 150 catch type player.
The last few seasons of watching Giants football, though, have left me with the feeling that offense could fall apart at any moment.
Yeah,
and he could be his.
I mean, the only reason it falls apart when it has fallen apart is because Daniel Jones gets hurt,
or the offensive line doesn't hold up.
Well, I mean, it's a whole new offensive line, and they're actually really good this year.
They have been good
really
so far. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, it's completely rebuilt. Like it's a brand new offensive line. So it's I don't think it's really anything indicative to the past. It's hard to even compare it because it's just all new starters on the line, other than the guys that were actually doing well. The only thing that I think could be a real hindrance on Neighbors' production is Daniel Jones just gets injured every season, and I'm just waiting for it. So, yeah.
You're pretty sure they're going to move on from him?
I would think so, but I mean, you never know. They may give it one more year if he does well. And he's playing really well. He's playing good football. So
He's still got a big cap next year, right? Isn't it after next year the cap his hit goes
no,
away? Dead cap wise?
they have an out after this season.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. All right, let's keep this moving. Who was your 4, Austin?
My 4, I'm just going to go back and I'll give number 5. So I have JJ, CD, Neighbors, Amon-Ra was 4, and then I have Chase at 5.
Okay. Finally, Chase comes in. And I have Neighbors at 5. So I'm not
Totally
that
fair.
low on him.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I do recognize the game.
Yeah. For me with this is like, I know I have Chase 5, but it doesn't mean if I have Chase that I'm okay moving him for Neighbors straight because I have Neighbors higher. Like it's going to be my roster dependent. I don't have many Chase shares, so typically ones I do have, I'm holding because the talent's there. I know the player's there. I mean, he won me multiple weeks this week.
Yeah, that's a great disclaimer. Just because I'm giving you this list, please don't send me offers and say, "Well, you had that player higher." It doesn't always work that way.
Yeah. All these guys come down to player share at this point. I mean, we're talking about the top 5 guys. Really, I mean, there's not too much separating them.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, 6 for me is Nico. How about you, Austin?
Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison. Okay.
The talent's there.
We just get my 5.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought we got your 5. My bad. You got Chad.
My 5 is Marvin Harrison.
Oh, oof, man.
I like it.
Speculative.
Yeah. And it's the same thing I had with Neighbors and CD with Marvin Harrison and my next guy. So, yeah.
All right. Who's your next guy since we're on 6?
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra. Okay.
Yeah. So just for fun, really, I'd probably switch him. Amon-Ra would probably be 6 or 5, and Marvin's probably 6. But yeah. Then Austin and I have the same list. So
yeah.
Austin, who you have 6?
I have Harrison.
Harrison, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, Nico is. I looked at the reception perception for Nico, and that just sealed it.
Yeah, I get it.
He is performing like a true number 1 stud X wide receiver. They're gonna miss him. I think Diggs can fill that role a bit. It's not really Xavier Hutchinson's thing. It's like go win on the outside, but I think Diggs can win on the outside. And to a lesser extent, Tank, he could definitely be their downfield threat.
Yeah, if he's healthy, I hope he's healthy finally. I hope we see some more explosiveness from him.
I believe he's practicing in full, so I don't think he has an injury designation. Doesn't mean he's 100%, but hopefully.
Yeah, but I just mean off the off season, the serious surgery and then being shot. He doesn't look like himself so far. I'm hoping that he wakes up and is able to be actually healthy over the next coming weeks, especially with this opportunity without Nico.
Right on. All right. And 7, AJ Brown. I just couldn't leave him off this list. He's a little bit forgotten because he hasn't played in a few weeks. I think as soon as you see him out there with Hurts again, all of the Eagles players are all their values are going to bump back up just the next couple weeks. Playing, I wouldn't say soft defenses, but not as tough as the ones we've played so far. I mean, they've played so far. Who's your 7, Austin?
It is Nico.
Nico? Okay, nice.
Yep.
And for you, Chad?
Nico.
Sweet. So it was really tough for me to leave Amon-Ra off this list.
It's kind of crazy to me.
I considered putting him at 5, 6, and 7. So that's legitimately a tier. Those 4 players: Neighbors, Nico, AJ Brown, and ARSB. For Amon-Ra, the only slight tick down the reason I give him is that it's just he's a very specific kind of player. So if the defense is playing to take that one thing away, it's a lot easier, I feel like, than to take away the game of the other players here. Like I guess that's a really long way of saying it. I just don't think he has the raw talent of these other guys. He's in a great situation with a great quarterback and a great offense with an offensive coordinator that is committed to using him and really knows how to use him. And all of that is awesome. But I believe every single guy that I have in my top 7 has more talent and is a better football player than Amon-Ra.
My issue that I have with this, sorry, Chad, I saw you was about to say something. Is the Tyreek being that high?
Mhm.
I think that's kind of crazy. You're dealing with a 31-year-old receiver, and you're
Yeah.
telling me you'd rather have him over Amon-Ra? Like that's pretty wild to me. You're going to get similar production most weeks. Of course, the ceiling's there with Tyreek. I understand he's the game changer.
Yeah, he's
But-
the one on this list that I think has the best chance of winning me a championship in any given year.
Yeah, I have some shares that are saying otherwise.
Yeah, without the quarterback. Right. If you take away the top quarterback for any of these players, they're going to be completely diminished.
Yeah, the age is a big thing to me. I don't really know if I could put him that high when I'm speaking of my dynasty wide receivers. Like you had him above Harrison, right?
Yes. Marvin Harrison is 11th on my list, actually.
Send
Oh,
Jesse
God.
all the trades.
Yeah, it's kind of. I guess I'm more asking how you're doing this. Then, like, are you saying that you're fine moving Harrison for Tyreek in a dynasty league? Like,
No,
how are your
stop,
rankings? That I'm asking. Like,
I'm
how
just
are your
saying
rankings done
I
then?
want Tyreek on my team in a dynasty league. Like I guess in a
So in a
startup.
redraft is what you're saying.
In a startup.
Well, then here, okay. So you're
You're not
taking
giving
him.
all right, Austin, what
What?
you're not doing is giving Tyreek the like the props for being able to win your league. Like Marvin Harrison is not winning you your league this year.
Yeah, but I don't play dynasty just for this year,
I
especially in a
understand.
startup.
I understand, but I kind of at this point for some of my teams, yeah, I'm playing year to year, right? And would I trade Marvin Harrison for Tyreek? No, because I know Marvin Harrison carries way more value. So I'd be stupid to do that. I'm losing value for my team. So I'm not going to make the trade straight up. But I'm just saying I would rather have Tyreek. He's going to score me more points. I'm going to win a championship with him.
Okay, so your rankings
I
are
think
just
a
different
fun
than mine.
list.
Yes.
I think a fun list would
Yes.
be
My
going into,
rankings are very holistic, and I don't really understand them myself.
I think going into a ranking and saying, all right, for the current value of this player, who are my top 10 players that I'd want at any given position?
Okay, yeah,
That I think that'd be a fun exercise to do. We've got to do that sometime because I think that's a little bit of what's going on here. Is Jesse saying,
correct.
for the value Tyreek currently holds for what he provides you, he's one of the top players that I would want on my roster. Which, yeah, I can
Right.
see that.
Yeah, I
Right.
can't argue with that at all. I was actually, to me, this was dynasty startup receivers. That's how I did this
Okay.
because that's what I expect when I hear dynasty receivers. That's how I think of it. If I'm in a startup, I'm taking honestly probably 10 plus receivers before I think about touching Tyreek.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think of it that way when I do a list. I
Okay.
think of who do I want? Who would I want on my team?
So a really interesting conversation.
Like I said, it's very holistic and it's a weird way to do a list, but go on, Chad.
So Garrett Wilson,
Mhm.
right? I think coming into the season, a lot of people would have had him somewhere around, this 5, 6, 7 area.
Yeah.
Where do you guys currently have him at the moment?
I did that. I have him at
10.
10. And it's kind of like the 8, 9, 10 are in that same tier for me. Like I can understand having him at 8 on certain rosters. And there are certain ones I'm going to want the other two guys.
I'm starting to realize he's at a shit offense, and Aaron Rodgers isn't enough of an upgrade on his own to do enough for Garrett Wilson. I mean, if he has 13 catches for 100 and something yards and a touchdown every week, great. But I mean, they were specifically like forcing the ball to him to make a point.
Yeah.
He's still really only running 3 basic routes that aren't what you need to win against 2 deep safeties in the NFL right now. He's running go routes, out routes, and I guess slants. And that's pretty. Those are like the 3 routes he's running instead of posts and digs and whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's my issue is their offense isn't. I guess they're gonna have a new play caller, so we'll see after the next couple of weeks. But Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers combo is not what's saving him.
Yeah.
What's your answer to your own question, Chad?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. I have him just outside the top 10, but I mean,
and they're the Jets, so they're going to get it wrong when Aaron Rodgers leaves, right?
Yeah,
like whoever they bring in is going to be the wrong answer. So, I guess all we can do is hope he gets out of there somehow. Seems like too nice of a kid to force his way out. All right, well, that went twice as long as it was supposed to. But it was a good discussion, so I don't have a problem with it. It got a little heated, which I like as well. So that was fun. All right, guys, what do you say we play a game?
Let's do it.
All right. This week we're going to play Who Wants to Be a Dynasty Champion? So this is going to go pretty simple. We're just going to go by points scored on the season. It's overall points and what position they're in for the position they play. All right. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 100.
21.
Chad? You're muted.
Uh-oh.
And Frozen. I think he said 50.
Yeah, I think he did too.
All right, Austin, you were pretty much going to get it right anyway because it was 20.
Oh, look at me. Favorite number comes in clutch.
Yeah, so let's just keep rolling. Chad will join us when he gets that look off his face. Man, Halloween season, he looks out for murder. All right, man. Let's play a Little Millionaire. You ready?
Let's do it.
This player is currently tight end dynasty. Currently tight end number 4 in fantasy, 0.5 premium.
Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely. Answer is Tucker Kraft.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
All right. So normally I would pass this on to Chad, but he's not here. So, Austin, you get to go again. This player is currently number 7 in 0.5 tight end premium.
I'm gonna cheat again, and I'm gonna say the same one. Isaiah Likely. I feel like he's right around there.
Incorrect.
Apparently not.
He's not on our list tonight, sir.
Okay. At least I know now.
All right. Well, Chad's missing out on another opportunity. The next player is Mark Andrews. Oops. Mark Andrews is what number in Dynasty right now?
Oh, God. 27.
Oof. Wow.
I got it right.
You were really close. It was 28. I'm giving you a point on that.
Hell yeah.
So you did not win Tucker Kraft or Travis Kelce, but you did win Mark Andrews. Welcome back, Chad. What was your number that you were guessing, by the way?
50.
50. Okay. It was 20. So you really didn't have much of a shot.
Gotcha.
After Austin said 21. All right. So the 3 guys we went over were that we quizzed were Tucker Kraft is tight end number 4 currently, and this is in 0.5 premium. Kelce is number 7 in 0.5 premium, and Mark Andrews is 28.
Okay.
28. So we got to figure out what we're doing with these 3 guys. Is Tucker Kraft a tight end 1?
I hope so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's like a top 12. Is he like?
Yeah.
Is he like in that gaggle of Ferguson, Goddard, Komet, whoever? Are you still low on Goddard? Have you not been proven wrong yet? No. 10 catches for 170 yards. I mean,
no. Who'd they have playing receiver?
It doesn't matter.
It absolutely does.
He was putting up points with those guys in.
Yeah, he might be borderline 10, 11, 12 for me. Something like that.
He's solidly tight end 7, Goddard.
He's 10 for me.
You guys suck. All right, so what's Tucker Craft for you, Chad?
I don't know. It's a tough one. I haven't really thought about Tucker Craft Tucker Craft much, just because I don't really have any shares. I think I have one.
Time to get some.
And yeah, no, it's gonna be tough to get them though. I mean, everybody's
It's getting
hyped.
expensive.
Yeah, I think that's what we're here to find out.
So I bought a share this week.
Okay.
I sold ETN for 0.75 premium for Tucker Craft, Tyrone Tracy, and what should be like the 201 to 205.
Yeah, I told you to go ahead and do that when you like that. Yeah,
it scares the bejesus out of me, to be honest.
First of all, Musgrave's going on IR.
Yeah.
So, and you didn't really have to worry about that threat from like the first snap of this season. It's quite obvious. It's Tucker Craft's job. Yeah. And they were saying it all off season that he had taken a leap. They say that about a lot of guys. So you always got to take that with a grain of salt. But you also got Tracy, who I don't think is going to replace ETN in your lineup. Chad does, but I don't. I didn't hear from Chad at all between the time we finished recording the other night and till about like halfway through the 1 o'clock games, and then I just start getting Tyrone Tracy texts. Guys, dude, seriously, guys, you got to pick up Tyrone Tracy. Guys, go get Tyrone Tracy, I swear.
I listened. I got 2 shares.
Yeah. I picked him up in redraft, actually. I picked him off of waivers.
I'm telling you, you guys should listen to me more.
But also, I think you have a chance of replacing ETN with that high second next year.
Yeah, that's probably wishful thinking. Obviously, there's a chance, of course.
A lot of good running backs coming out, man.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel it. Like I said, that trade scares the heck out of me. I feel like I'm selling at the worst time for ETN, and I'm buying the 2 players at the worst time. Possibly. Kraft could obviously go up. He could have a McBride-like spike this year. That's definitely possible, and especially with the mess at tight end right now. I mean, we could be looking at him at tight end 2 or 3 coming in to this offseason. It's possible. So I took a shot. I have a couple Kraft shares. This is a league that I wanted another tight end. I have McBride, and I wanted another one, so I took a shot.
What if I asked for, all right, so 0.75, you're trying to get Kraft from me, and I want JSN.
No, I can't do that. And I mean, most likely can't do that. If JSN's a wide receiver 8, sure, then we can.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. If you have all that depth,
yeah. But
Chad,
realistically,
what if I offered you in that same league Tucker Craft and a second for Drake London?
No, I'm not doing it.
Tucker Craft and a contender's first for Drake London.
0.5 premium?
0.75.
0.75 premium?
Yeah.
I really like Drake London.
I
know. That's
you asked the man right there.
Gotta ask the hard question.
I'd consider it. I'd consider it.
Okay. Right on. I think we see his value. He's going as a tight end 1.
He's worth the first to me in premium leagues. I don't think you should be able to get him for much less. If you can, I'm all for it.
I think he's worth well more than a first at this point in premium.
Well, more than a first?
Well, I mean more than a first, like first and a second.
Yeah, he's expensive, man. It's
gone. Yeah, I wouldn't give that for him right now.
I can understand that. He's not proven.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot to give up for a guy that's had 5 weeks of production, but there are 5 really good looking weeks.
I think there's safer bets out there. Is
really good looking offense. Yeah, you might be right. Would you rather have him or Ferguson?
I mean, depends on what I can get Ferguson for. But I really like Ferguson too. So I don't know. I just know I'm not paying a first and a second for for Tucker Kraft.
Are you paying that for Ferguson?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
And
But I
a
think you can
0.75.
get Ferguson cheaper than that.
Yeah, I do too.
I think
I
both
definitely
cost
think-
the first. Currently.
Yeah, I think you can get Ferguson for a first pretty easily.
He's probably cheaper than
Kraft. And like I said, I don't know about Tucker Kraft. Like I haven't tried to get him. I haven't, talked to people about him. But if people are looking to get a first and a second for him, he's a guy that I won't be getting any of. I'll just miss out.
tried Hawk for Tucker Kraft and my second back in the league, and it's an early second, and got told no.
Yeah, wow.
So
I can see that.
Interesting.
I'm not saying I would do that, but I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Travis Kelce. What are we doing?
I'm holding in the leagues I have. I'm probably not buying, and I'm not selling. So
I'm trending more towards selling, to be honest with you. It's very tempting for me not to sell. I mean,
what's your better option as a contender? That's my problem. Like, if I'm going to win a championship, what better option can I get with Kelce's price? Like,
I would take Tucker Kraft in a second all day. Well, that's what you asked for. It got denied, right?
Yeah, that was
I
hot.
don't know that anybody's giving you Tucker Kraft in a second.
That was hot.
Okay. Yeah, that was hot. I would take. All right. So can you get Ferguson straight up for him? We probably have to cross over to another position. Let's say.
I don't think you can, by the way. I think Ferguson's above Kelce. I think you're looking more at like Goddard in a second, maybe a 2-3 swap.
I take that.
I think it's less than that. I think you're talking about Isaiah Likely in a second.
Yeah. Keep Trade Cut has Likely above him.
I would do that.
I think you're talking about like Cole Kmet in a second.
Yeah, I think that's about exactly what you're thinking.
That actually entered my mind. I wouldn't take it.
You doing Njoku in a second?
No, he hasn't. I don't even know if he's going to play.
He played a couple snaps last week, finally.
Yeah, and got hurt again.
Yeah, I think that's the realm you're kind of looking at with Kelce, which at that point I'm just keeping Kelce if I'm if I'm contending and he's on my roster. Which, I mean, if you have him on any other roster, you're not contending. Like you've made mistakes every single day of your life at this point. So
that's funny.
Sorry, listeners. I didn't mean that.
David Donaldson said he's not buying any tight ends at this point.
I understand that.
I don't hate that.
No, I'm kind of holding what I have in my leagues, and I have a lot of tight ends because I love them, but I just don't know what to do with them.
In premium leagues, they're still most of them are still startable as flexes.
No, they're not. No, they're not. I have it. I have the leagues with Laporta, McBride, Kincaid, Pitts, and they all suck.
With those guys, yeah. The young ones, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The veterans have all been pretty good.
Who?
Ferguson, Goddard.
Ferguson's not a vet.
Kelce's been good. Kelce
the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, there you go. He's arrived. I mean, Kittle has been a god.
I told you guys should be listening to me more. Kittle.
Oh, Chad. Yeah. Chad's like, told you guys, man. Joe Montana was a great quarterback. Yeah, we know Kittle's good, dude.
Okay. You guys mocked me all off season about Andrews or Kittle over Andrews.
Yeah, I knew you. I should have known you said that.
Yeah.
That Andrews only going to get 29% of snaps in weeks, and that was going to be a problem.
I was spot on.
Yeah, you killed it.
What's the running back you would want for Kelce?
James Conner in a third.
What?
You're not getting anything for Kelce right now, man. I don't think you're not getting a first.
Oh, Conner.
I don't think the Conner owner is giving you James Conner for Kelce.
Yeah,
I can see that getting done.
If somebody has Conner, they're using him for production right now. And
but if they don't have a tight end
at this point,
Kelce's production too. And if you need a tight end,
I don't know, man.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. It's rough.
I mean,
I'm just holding ideally.
Are you just going to hold on to your Andrew shares?
Yes, I'm absolutely.
If someone offered you 2 seconds,
nope.
You wouldn't take
I'd
that?
take the 2
Absolutely.
seconds.
I would take 2
No.
seconds
I'd
and
take the
run.
2 seconds.
Oh my god, I would take that so fast.
I've watched the talent for too long. It didn't just disappear the first 5 weeks of the 2024 season all of a sudden.
No, it has
not
disappeared
how-
the first 5 weeks
no.
of the.
But it's not gone. That's my
No,
point.
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking.
Like,
No, it's just their offense is he's not in it. They're just not designing for him at all. They want to run the ball, and Kolar is just one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL, and they're going to have him in there, plain and simple. And while Derrick Henry and Kolar are healthy, I just don't really see. I don't really see Andrews being relevant. I mean, unless the game script gets like it was at the end of the game last week, and he got 4 for 55. All right, so there's your 11.5, PPR, half premium points.
But guys, I really think we need to consider, what if the plot of Space Jam is real and somebody just sucked Mark Andrews' talent out
now
of his body?
that's a recent possibility. Like that,
Okay.
I can get behind. But even then, I'm holding him because all of a sudden Charles Barkley got his talent back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're just waiting for the hero.
Yeah. We just need to figure out who that is.
All right. That's tight ends. Can we move on to running back?
Yeah, at least they're producing. Let's go.
All right, Chad, it's your turn. You ready?
Sure.
You ready to play Who Wants to Be a Dynasty Champion?
It's awful.
This running back is currently number 26 in fantasy. His name is
So random. This is the part where I guess I didn't see Austin play.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guess.
You guess.
You get it wrong.
And you get it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're supposed to get this wrong.
No,
Okay.
Well, you are.
Um,
I'm not.
Austin Eckler.
Austin, who is number 26 in Dynasty.
Josh Jacobs.
Travis
That was a good guess.
Etienne. We've already brought him up.
ATM. Yeah.
Josh Jacobs
Chad,
is a really
who
good
is
guess.
number
That
6?
was a better guess than mine, I think.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do this a little different. Who's number 16 in fantasy right now at the running back position?
Damn, can I get like a conference or something?
Sure. Yeah. AFC South. No, East. They're in the East.
Oh, shit.
But they play in the South. All right. Do you want to use a lifeline?
Sure.
Austin. He's currently out with a concussion.
There we go. Devon A-Chain.
All right, Devon A-Chain. Austin, you went Devon A-Chain. All right, Chad.
Is he
number
really that low?
Yeah, number 16.
Oh,
Number
shit.
13 running back in fantasy, plays for the most hapless organization in all of football, will never do anything right.
Brees Hall.
Brees Hall.
I for sure thought that was Tuba.
All right, we came out of that round, and Austin has A-Chain.
Oh, yeah.
Chad has Brees Hall.
Oh, no.
Austin, you also have Andrews.
Oh, no.
So we're even, is what you're saying.
So I have A-Chain and he has Brees.
Would you trade Brees for A-Chain?
No.
I'm trying to buy Brees and it's not working. It's pissing me off.
Yeah, I think people are being smart about Brees and not selling him. Although
it's annoying.
The concern for me is real. What would you pay for Brees? What are you offering?
I offer Dobbins, Ayuk in a second.
That's a strong offer.
Yeah, that's a real offer.
Also, too. I
Where's
got
the
countered
second?
back with Justin Jefferson for Brees Hall.
Oh,
so that was
Jesus.
sick. That was sick.
So, actually, we talked about this. I'm not going to
Yeah.
that list.
Yeah. That was
Friend
sick.
of the podcast.
Uh-huh.
That was a get out of my face. I don't want to trade with you response.
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to use some of these guys that are producing well at running back, like a Chuba, like a Dobbins, like a Mason, with a receiver that has some build, like Devonta Smith, like Ayuk, and package them two together for Brees to get me a 2-for-1 at a big upgrade. What I think Brees is going to start cooking. I think the offense is going to click. It's been a rough 5 weeks of opponents, and it's not going to get much better the next couple weeks, but then it opens up. So I'm trying to find that window to buy him.
Okay. I mean, I think that's a really good idea. Package a running back that's doing well right now. With a good wide receiver, like you said, Devonta Smith, DK maybe, something in that range.
Yep.
And try to get Brees. It's not a bad idea. Do you think you could try to do the same thing for Bijan?
I tried as well.
Okay.
I think those are the two guys that I've been trying in leagues where I'm a top contender. And I just want that one more running back piece that I think can make a difference when week 12, 11, 13, 14 come and can win me those weeks.
Right on. What do you think about all that, Chad?
Yeah. I mean, the Jets as a whole, like as a strategy, yeah, I'm right with it. To Austin's point about Brees Hall finding some some efficiency going forward and everything, they just got to start running the ball, man.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Why have they decided that running the ball is just not something they want to do anymore?
Well, it's an Aaron Rodgers offense, and I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's just being an asshole, and I can just throw for everything. But yeah, it would make things a lot easier for him if they had a good running game.
Yeah.
And they had that threat of Brees Hall just breaking one on them. Which
it's like they're not even trying to run.
I don't feel like teams are really respecting that at all.
No, I watched it last week, the game, and I think I heard him say it was 19 straight passes before Brees touched the ball again.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
It doesn't surprise me. That's Aaron Rodgers. He's such a dick. All right, A-Chain.
I'm buying too. I'm buying now because he's on bye. I'm buying because he's hurt. And I'm buying because I think Tua comes back.
Yeah, Tua's coming back. We see that.
Yeah.
We know that's happening. I mean, my really injury is the concern for A-Chain, whether it's his injury or whether it's Tua getting another pop, and that being just it. It's criminal that they didn't bring in a legitimate backup for him this year.
Yeah, it is. Like, they should have spent a ton of money on Flacco.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What are you doing with A-Chain, Chaddy? Would you buy him?
Yeah. I mean, if you can get any kind of discount on him, and you need a running back, then, yeah,
start 2 running back league.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you cross over at wide receiver? Let's say it would probably be one of those guys on the list we were talking about earlier. Let's talk about.
It's getting close. I don't think it's quite that high. I think we're talking more like 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah. All right. Puka.
How about Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Garrett Wilson for A-Chain. I'd rather have A-Chain, personally.
In a start 2 running back, I think I'd rather have A-Chain at this point.
Yeah, start 2 running back.
Yeah, I think so.
If I only have to start 1 running back, that's totally different.
Yeah.
About Jaden Reed. That's a name we didn't talk about. He was going to be in my top 10 if we made it that far.
He's in my top 10 too. I actually have him above Garrett Wilson.
Me too.
I have him 12th, right behind Marvin Harrison.
You have Marvin Harrison 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was his I want to win a championship dynasty rankings.
Oh, okay.
I can't. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's okay. We won't get back into
it. Yeah.
We're past that. Yeah, I mean, he's a tough one, Jaden Reed, right?
Yeah. God, he's so electric.
He's not supposed to be this good.
But he is.
He's not supposed to, but he is, and he's a legit wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
That's why I have him ranked 12th.
One more name that we didn't discuss that was also in my top 10. Brian Thomas Jr.
Whoa. Wow.
Yep. I was hoping we were going to breeze through 8, 9, 10 because he's in there.
So you have
Would you rather have him or A-Chain?
A-Chain. That's not
A-Chain,
close.
but it's not that far apart.
Brian Thomas Jr. is like probably like barely cracking top 20 for me.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be way behind. You won't have any shares then.
I have a crap load of shares.
That dude's well, then you bought him
Start
early,
trading
but
him.
I'm saying
Yeah.
The dude's up there. I'm telling you.
I mean,
And
he's
he
not
is
that far back for you.
I'm not
Get
going to
down
trade
to-
him. I'm not going to trade him while he's ascending. Just because I think a player is going to level out at some point doesn't mean his value isn't still going up.
Well, so if you have him at 20 though, then he's getting close to leveling out.
But that's the skeptic in me. Just saying I need to see it more and more, but I'm not going to trade him away while I'm learning about him. That's ridiculous. Like I wouldn't advise trading any rookie right now.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
but
I don't agree with that.
I'm sorry, any ascending rookie right now. Like
I mean, I think it's all about share percentage. So
I think it's about the
if
offer
I-
that you get,
if I
but I
have-
wouldn't shop any of these guys.
Oh, well, it's obviously always about the offer you get, but
Right.
I mean,
if I'm
that's
blown
literally
away,
the whole
obviously.
idea of trading, right? But what I
Right.
mean is, like, if you have an ascending rookie and you don't believe in the rookie and you have a high share percentage, or you don't believe he's as good as the rest of consensus,
I mean, I was
believes he is,
super
then yeah, you should
high
trade
on
him.
Brian Thomas, like all the way through the draft process. He's producing. He's looking better than I thought he would look. He's awesome. Why would I trade him? I'm not. I didn't say I don't believe in him. Just because I don't have him ranked higher. We got to get off this rank thing. We're talking different languages when we talk ranks. So we'll talk offline about what we mean with ranks before we do it next time, because
No, we won't.
all right, then we won't do it again.
Wow, it's fun.
It's scrapped.
But so I guess
Because it's frustrating, because if I rank somebody 20, you tell me I don't believe in him. That's frustrating to me. Of course I do. Why would I trade him? He's an ascending player. It's I don't know. It's crazy to me.
But I think his value, my whole point of bringing him up is I think his value is extremely high right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of believe in it. Like I kind of don't have a problem trading him for AJB. Like if I have AJB, trading for him in like a second. Like
Yeah.
for trading
Yeah.
Drake London
I don't hate
and
it.
a limit.
I want more.
We trade away Drake London and I get a second. Like I'm okay with that. Like from what I've seen on the tape, he proved me wrong. Pre-draft, I was the lowest on him, like considerably the lowest. And he's done everything that I thought he couldn't in the first 5 weeks of the NFL. He's going to get better.
He's doing the things that I told you y'all he would. That he would be a deep threat and that he would be a red zone target while he learned the intermediate game. He's played really well in the intermediate game because they've called the right plays for him.
I've been impressed.
Yeah.
Especially in a bad Jags offense so far. It's been impressive to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. He's the one kind of player that coaching staff knows how to use.
I trade away Tyreek Hill for him, straight up.
Yep, absolutely.
No way would
absolutely.
Not a chance on the planet would I do that. I mean, I would trade Tyreek for.
Would you trade away BTJ for Tyreek on a contending roster?
That would have to be. I wouldn't do it right now. That would have to be like a finishing move. Like I'm reaching my heart into your chest and pulling out your heart and showing it to you.
Yeah, but it might be too late by then. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Okay, then I'll go after a different player. But yeah, I would wait till if there's a trade deadline, I'd wait till the trade deadline and use BTJ probably to get a player like Tyreek, whoever I think is hottest and playing best. But that's why I would wait to that point. I wouldn't make a move like that right now.
Okay.
But yeah, if it was week 14 and I thought I had a top 4 roster, absolutely. I would make that move.
Well, I just got rejected. I sent AJ Brown for Brian Thomas Jr. in a second. And got rejected.
Wow. The guy
I sent it on air. Yeah, just now. I just sent it.
I mean, I would have rejected it too, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too. That's why I was hoping he wouldn't.
All right. I got him in a couple of leagues with y'all, so we'll probably be talking this week.
Cool.
That's
I
what I'm
actually
saying.
like if I can get seriously, if I can get a top 10 receiver for him, yeah, absolutely. I would do that.
Yeah, I think you also have AJ Brown ahead of probably where I have him, and
Probably. Yeah,
where
definitely. I
Austin
have
has
him 7. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have him 11.
I don't have him in the top 10.
Yeah, I have him 11.
Okay. Recency bias.
It's the age is more for me.
He's 27.
Okay.
Cool. All right, we're getting close. That's it. Actually, that's it for the game. So,
Cool.
You're walking away with A-Chain, Brees, and Andrews. No, sorry, A-Chain and Andrews, and Chad gets Brees. You want to go over a couple other guys I had on the list if we got to another round real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I had Swift, B-Rob, and Kyron. I kind of want to Brian Robinson, that is, not B. John.
Yeah.
I kind of want to work out their values. Brian Robinson is criminally undervalued for his entire career. So you're not going to get what you want for him, but you can't sell him for less than a first, right?
Just don't know if you can get a first, but he's worth it. Like, he's worth it, but I just don't know if you can get it.
Yeah. He's RB9
Yeah.
on the season.
He's been good again this year.
He was very good last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a boat of an offense that is going to score a shitload of points. He's going to have like short touchdown runs. I mean, a lot of them are going to get vultured from Daniels, but the size of the pie is going to be huge.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's giving you a first for Brian Robinson.
Then I'm not trading him.
Yeah.
What if you're on a rebuild and you got to? What are you trying to do there? I mean, are you trying to?
I'll hold him.
Okay, I think that's a mistake, but okay. Like, I'm not trying to talk junk there. I just think that's a mistake.
Well, I mean,
I'm
not trading for less than a first in value. What's the point?
I'd
rather hold
Jameson
him.
Williams.
No. Oh,
So,
no, I want something else.
I think and this is just getting more into like a little bit into strategy here, but I mean, I get what you're saying, right? Like you don't want to undersell a player, but you don't have to trade him for picks. You can go out and go find a player you think is undervalued as well. And
yeah, in value. Like I said, in value. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think for picks, like there's no way the majority of people are giving you I don't even think there's going to be many people at all.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they are. They're not going to give you that first. They're going to say in their minds, Brian Robinson is not worth a first. You have to you have to find a player you think is worth a first.
Yeah. I saw him and Mason traded for a first this week, I think it was.
What about Bucky Irving?
What about Bucky Irving?
Would you give Bucky Irving for Brian Robinson?
Yes.
I would give yes. If I was trading away Brian, I would probably want like a non-playoff third with it.
Like it or not, Bucky Irving is in a timeshare.
Yeah, this year.
For how long? Yeah. I mean, he looks a lot better than Rachaad White. A lot better.
But they're going to use Rachaad White, and they're going to use Rachaad White as a receiver.
Yeah, this year they are.
Yeah,
but
I don't know how long. I mean, he's bad. Rachaad White is a bad football player.
Yeah, I don't think Bucky Irving's great. I think he's better than Rachaad White, and that's all we're really looking at.
Yeah.
That's my issue is just because he's better than the other piece of crap on the team doesn't mean I like him all that much.
I think he looks good.
I think he looks good. I would rather have Brian Robinson in that offense as the established number one running back. Absolutely. Looking as good as he has.
Yeah.
Receiving work, What about Swift? Would you take 2 seconds for Swift right now?
Yeah, but he's one of those guys I'm trying to package for an upgrade somewhere. I think he's a prime example of that right now.
I think Swift is worth less than Brian Robinson.
I agree.
If you're trying to contend right now and you have Swift on your roster, he's not the kind of guy that you can trade, most likely because of buys and injuries. You probably have to start him.
Yeah. I think you're gonna get
Um,
lucky if you can get a second for him.
Oh no, I definitely think you can get a second right now. After 2 good weeks, the offense is going to click. I think you can definitely get a second. I'm
I'd
not
pay a
sure how
second.
much more.
I'd pay a second. If I was selling him, I'd probably want a second and a third.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And I'd want it to be a decent second. I'd hope it wasn't like 212.
Yeah. What's the last name you said?
Kyron.
I missed the boat on that one again.
Well, he's definitely an established like number one running back right now. I mean, he's
Should've listened
probably
to Chad.
RB 6 or 7. Shut up, Chad. He's probably RB 6 or 7. I mean, the injury hasn't come yet, so that's coming. Doing somersaults in the end zone and shit.
He's just a good fucking player, dude.
He is. He's got
so
excellent
good.
vision. He's in a great position, great offense, fits him really well. 2 firsts all day, right?
Yeah.
A-Chain.
I tried to
Right.
trade Jonathan Taylor for him the other day in a league and got declined.
Yeah, I think that's
Really?
an opinion.
Mhm.
I can
trade.
see that. No, but I can see that because Kyron's putting up the numbers you want Jonathan Taylor to put up.
Yeah.
Plus, one of them's healthy and one of them isn't. So, why would you trade for the hurt? Why would you trade the healthy guy putting up numbers that's young for the
Yeah,
hurt?
I know. I was just hoping the name value.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
you were the one offering JT. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
Oh, heck yeah, man. You know, I'm
Yeah, I can
trying to
see
get Kyron anywhere I can if I can get him cheaper than I think he's worth. But
Would you rather have A-Chain or Kyron?
Kyron.
Kyron. Just more. He's more. It's crazy to say, but like right now, he looks more dependable.
There's only 3 running backs I'd take over Kyron Williams right now. And probably not. Probably 2.
Brees and Bijan.
Yeah.
What about
Maybe
Saquon?
Jameer Gibbs. That's the third
I
that
was
I was
gonna
like,
say,
Yeah, absolutely,
Gibbs.
Gibbs.
Yeah.
What about Saquon?
No, I'd rather have Kyron, but it's close.
Just because of the youth?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right
just
on.
because Kyron's like 3-4 years younger.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I can
And
see
the
that.
production's very similar.
Yeah,
It
that's what I'm
is.
saying. Yeah, similar production. I mean, I believe in them both equally this season.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, both teams are going to use. I mean, both teams are going to use the running back to drive the offense. The offense is going to run through the running game for both of those teams. The Eagles told you when they made Mekhi Becton one of the largest tackles in NFL history. When they made him the largest guard in NFL history, they told you they want to run up the gut and they want to run.
I wish they would.
Oh, they have been. They've been feeding him. Saquon's RB like 3.
Moving to the last thing, I had a question I've been waiting to ask. So I saw a trade go down this week. The guy wanted his pick back. So essentially, he got his 101
Mhm.
and Jaden Reed for Jordan Love. What do you think?
his
So pretty much it's
101, like,
Genty.
he's
It's
gonna have-
Genty. It's Genty and Reed for Love. And I think he got like a late second or third or something like that back.
I mean, it
So
looks
pretty
like
much-
Genty right now. That could
It's
change.
going to be, barring an injury, it's going to be Genty.
You don't think one of the quarterbacks could jump up
No.
above him?
They're not good enough.
I'd rather have Reed in the pick.
Than Love?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the trade he made basically secured him the 101 is why I'm saying that. He gave up some filler players, but the basis of the trade was Love and, like I said, like a late second, I think it was, for Reed and the 101.
Just the flexibility of the pick too. I mean,
Mm.
give me the young, great wide receiver, and the pick that even if I don't like the guys available to me at 101, I'm going to be able to move that thing for something similar to Jordan Love, I think, in my opinion.
Maybe better. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
I like
don't
that
know.
a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. It felt so like, oh my God, he just gave away Jordan Love, like when I saw it. And then I kind of thought more and more through this week, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of an interesting idea to get your pick back. Like, it sucks giving up that caliber of player just to get a first back.
If something happens and he's not 101 though, like 103, 104 is significantly less value.
For sure. But he's like 102 right now by like 20 points. And like I said, he got rid of a bunch of production. Like he got rid of Monty, he got rid of multiple other players
Oh, okay.
This week. So he's pretty much kind of locking himself into like, hey, I'm going to suck.
Sometimes it's too late.
Do you think you can go out with a 101 and go get like a Dak?
Yeah.
Because I think you probably
but I'd rather have Love.
Would you rather have Dak and Jordan and Jaden Reed or Love? I'd rather have Dak and Jaden Reed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What about Kyler?
That's what I'm saying. You know, like, of course, I'd rather have Love over Dak, but I'd rather have, a potential elite wide receiver and the quarterback that offers you similar production.
Yeah. What about Kyler?
No, you're not getting that.
No, we're not getting high enough. See, but then
I think Dak's probably about right around that.
The other quarterbacks I want are too high. So
yeah.
The only other quarterbacks I even want are Lamar, Josh, and I guess Daniels.
And you also never know with draft hype, right? Like you get close to the NFL draft and people do stupid shit all the time.
It's true.
So you could probably get. I mean, would it be out of the realm of possibility that you can get somebody like Kyler close to the draft? Probably not. I mean, I've seen worse.
I mean, Caleb was going in the first round of startups this offseason.
I still don't have a problem with that.
I still don't either.
I do.
I actually have Caleb and Jordan Love probably like neck and neck in value.
Yeah, I think they're 8, 9 for me.
Where does the value in Caleb come from?
The name, good. And he looks good.
He looks good?
Yeah,
I watched every play last week.
Yeah.
Now it's against the XFL defense, but
yeah, right.
Yeah, he's getting better each week, which is I mean, what you like to see. Like every week you watch him, he looks better. Like, and it's obvious, like he looks better. I think by the end of the year, he's going to look really, really good in this offense.
He did that second touchdown throw to DJ Moore was that was nice.
Yep, he's getting cocky, which is what he needs. He's that style of player.
True.
You can tell he's very confident in himself now. He's getting a little bit of cockiness to him. He needs that. You can just see it.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you guys. Or maybe I did tell you guys. I don't remember. But I traded away Jaden Daniels for Caleb Williams in a first.
Ooh.
Really?
Nice.
Yep.
I don't blame you at all.
What's the first going to look like?
Probably mid.
I don't know if I'd do that.
I love that.
I
think by the
6
end of the
point
season,
passing touchdown. So,
yeah.
I'm good. I like it.
Yeah, I love that.
All right, guys. Question for you, Austin.
Sir,
give me a good Halloween movie or show.
Just any of them?
Yeah, just something that I should watch tomorrow.
Oh, so you want a scary one? Is that what you're saying?
No, no.
You don't want scary?
Spooky.
Okay.
I don't like being scared. I want everything to be okay. I want to kind of know that it's going to be okay most of the
You didn't see the spider last week? You think this guy likes scary movies?
That's a good point.
The funny thing to me is, like, I look back on that, or I listen back on that, and I realized I wasn't even looking at you guys after that. Like, I was straight up trying to find that spider.
Have you seen the new Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus? No, I've never seen Hocus Pocus.
Okay, well, watch the original then.
Okay. Is it like
spooky movie?
Is it like Jeepers?
No. It's not scary at all. It's just a spooky Halloween movie.
Is it for kids?
Probably technically.
Yeah.
Well, do you want scary or not? Because I mean,
give me mildly scary. Medium scary.
Medium scary.
I don't want to be dragged to hell. I don't want the eyes to have hills, no cabins in the woods.
Cabins in the Woods is my favorite. The Strangers is my favorite horror movie of all time.
The Strangers.
I don't know that one. Do not watch it by yourself for the first time.
I'm not going to watch it at all.
You should though. Like it's really good because it's so realistic. It's just about a couple that goes to a cabin and then they get tortured.
Oh, is it? That's a newer one,
It came out in 08, so not really, but
not the one with James McAvoy. There's a
mm-mm,
newer one. Okay.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. There's so many. It's hard to pick one that's just
Okay.
medium scary. Like,
I'm watching right now. It's called The Outsider. It's
okay.
it's on HBO Max. It's a series. I think it's a couple years old. Just very Stephen Kingish. It's Jason Bateman, and basically he gets accused of kidnapping and murdering a kid that he was his baseball coach.
Mm.
And there's all kinds of physical evidence with his fingerprints and DNA on the scene. Yet there's like video of him 80 miles away at that exact time. And there's all kinds of proof that he wasn't there. There's also all kinds of proof that he was there. Very interesting. A little supernatural twist to it. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be some kind of like doppelganger or demon or some shit.
Have you seen the Scream movies?
Yeah, I love those.
Oh, those
Okay.
are good ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about
That's my
Sleepy
favorite.
Hollow?
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
The Tim Burton movie?
Oh, I haven't seen that. Is that with Johnny Depp?
Yeah, Johnny Depp. That'd be a good one.
Oh, you know what? Thank you, Chad. I'm gonna watch that. It's literally I just realized my sister has a big Halloween party every year, and that's the theme.
Oh,
So I guess I have to watch it.
Probably pretty important.
Yeah. Right on. I ordered an inflatable. It's a dinosaur that like I'm riding. Basically, it's got like little legs. I'm just walking around inside the legs. Yeah, that's. I'm just gonna be like a dinosaur cowboy. I don't care what their theme is. That's my costume. And it looks. I'm pretty sure that like I can fashion a little beer holder out of it. So
even better.
It's gonna be perfect. All right, y'all. Anything else? Any other good movies or TV shows you've seen lately? Anything you watching that you want everybody to know about?
I watched another Menendez brothers documentary. I watched both of them on Netflix that just came out.
Oh, the doc or the show?
Both.
Okay, I haven't seen the doc yet, but I'm like in the middle of the show right now.
Of monsters.
Yeah.
It was good. I still think they're not innocent, obviously, but I think they need to be out of jail.
I haven't watched them, so I let the wife do that without me. I lived it, baby. I was alive in the 90s. I was LIVIN.
Yeah. I was a little baby, probably on the titty at that point.
Nice. All right, y'all. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right. This has been the front office.
Peace.